is James Mathers for the Digital Cinema Society at NAB 2025. I'm here with Abe Abt at the AJA booth, and he's going to tell us about lots and lots of new products that they have. What do you got going, Abe?
Well, James, first of all, great to see you and the Digital Cinema Society folks. I mean, love seeing our friends here at NAB. But yeah, we have a lot of exciting stuff to talk about at this year's show. I mean, we got some new products out there. That's always a good thing. I mean, let's just get right into it. I mean, one of the most exciting things we've done in quite a while here, we have a new version of our Bridge product, our Bridge Live and our Bridge NDI. They've classically been, they're huge in the encoder-decoder world. They're using broadcast facilities, stadiums, churches, anything you can imagine. And well, we have a new version. Yeah, so here you'll see we have our Bridge products here. The latest one being the Bridge Live 3G8. As you can see, it's an 8-channel Bridge Live. Big customer request we got. Very, very flexible. A whole lot of stuff packed into just one rack unit. You can see there on the back, there's actually 2 I/O boards. It's two of our fancy Corvid 44 boards, and it allows you to have a lot of flexibility in terms of mixing and matching resolutions and frame rates, because it's not always the same, all that stuff flying around a facility. And the 3G8, I mean, it's an amazing, it is a bridge. We call it a bridge for a reason. So you can go baseband to various IP formats, all your SRTs, your JPEG XS. We'll even transcode other IP formats to other IP formats. And because it's such a powerful box with such a powerful CPU and GPU in there, you can actually transcode Ultra HD formats if you're purely IP based. So super, super powerful little one rack unit box. Super, super flexible, super awesome product. We're very, very proud of it. It's going to be available here. It's shipping here very, very soon, and I mean, we're already getting a ton of orders for it. People are super excited about it. I love bragging about it. So that's one thing we have here. Another thing is a fully new product here, new form factor for us, new everything. It's called the DANTE 12G AM. You'll see this is a new form factor for AJA. No one's seen an AJA converter box that looks like this before. What this is, it's a 2-input, 2-output, 12G SDI, to and from Dante audio and audio embedder and disembedder. We've got some options on there. You could run it as a second video, as a 2-video channel device. We've also got some fiber, LC and BNC SFP options on there to kind of increase its connectivity, and also that actually expands its audio embed and disembed capabilities. On a single copper 12G SDI, you've got 16 channels of embed and disembed, but that can actually expand to 32 and even 64 channels depending on the SFP options you have in there. So super flexible converter. But one of the real cool things is the AES 67 mode and the SMPTE 2110-30 mode, because that's all the thing right now is SMPTE 2110 networks, and this allows your Dante audio, which everyone has in their networks. It allows your Dante audio to play real well in those SMPTE 2110 networks. So you'll see here on the new form factor, we have the front of the box. It's got a local UI with a little screen, kind of gives you all your little status updates. It allows you to tweak the settings to your heart's content. We have the rear with our SDI in and out, video SFP, and then we have our network ports, and we've got dual network ports on there for full redundancy, because that's a big requirement in all the networks these days. We have the actual chassis itself, new form factor for AJA, very sturdy, ruggedized little box with great airflow. You got your local UI. And we've designed it so you can fit a few of them across a single rack unit as well on a little rack shelf in case you need a whole bunch of them installed in your facility. So we make it real easy for everybody, and like everything AJA, it's backed by our amazing support, 5-year warranty, and it's just a sturdy, rugged little box. We love it. So Dante 12G AM, that's a new product. It's going to be shipping here in the next few weeks. It's really close. I mean, everything in this booth, very, very real. We're getting all the parts together, we're getting all the certifications, everything's going to get shipped out of the door here pretty quick. Another new product that we're announcing here, it's our KUMO 6464 12G. It's a compact 64 by 64 12G SDI router. Passive cooling, very small form factor, very dense packing of your 12G SDI inputs and outputs. It's just a super clever device. We're very proud to have it here. Obviously, dual redundant power supplies are an available option, and it has a web interface, so you can control it via via a web browser. And this is a thing a lot of our customers really enjoy. It's just a real basic, simple, easy to use web interface, and it's got some real powerful features in there. I mean, the 646412G has salvo capabilities, so you can configure ahead of time really complex, routing matrices and call them up with a single button push on the web interface. You don't have to be standing at the unit itself. You're not pulling cables. It's all very easy to operate. So you can control it fully with our web interface. You can also control it with our KUMO CP2 hard punch panel. Very clever device there as well. And then it also has an RS422 port on it, and it supports Grass Valley native RS422 protocol. So all that industry standard RS422 control, you can use it to control the KUMO 6412G. It's a router, 64 channels, 64 by 64 channel, 12G SDI router. So it's 12G. It'll work with all the formats up to 4K 60p. It's a very compact, very efficient operating little 64 channel by 64 channel router. I mean, it gets no simpler than that. There's passive cooling. You have less parts to worry about breaking. It's just designed to plug into your rack, route your video around, and you just basically forget that it's there. It's invisible to you. I mean, we have these things running at our headquarters, routing video around AJA HQ. They've been running for years, and we forget they're even there. That's kind of the goal with a router. Just make it transparent to your workflow, make it work really well. KUMO 646412G is shipping now. We're shipping them out the door. A lot of excitement around this product. I mean, we've got some big facilities that are buying these in big old packs, so get yours now.
Well, with so many different file formats and standards, it's really great that you're making them all work together.
Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of what AJA's always done. I mean, since our company's inception, I mean, AJA started to bridge the gap between the analog and the digital worlds, and then we progressed to bridge the gap between the SD and the HD worlds, and then, the whole digital transition. I mean, some of the first digital file-based video recorders ever made were made by AJA. And, that's kind of what we've always done. We've bridged gaps. And that's what we're doing now in, this world of a million different formats. You got baseband, you got IP. We just want to make it easy for everyone to kind of keep up with the times and, have their facilities, as the latest and greatest facilities, but you don't really have to train your staff to operate a whole bunch of new proprietary stuff, because we're all about interoperability. We're all about just accessibility and making things easy and making things familiar to our customers.
I've been seeing the ColorBox on all sorts of DIT cards. I know it's getting really popular. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. I don't think you see very many DIT carts without a color box at this point, and you can see why. I mean, the demo's going behind me, and we've got some magic going on in the booth right now this year with the ColorBox. I was kind of charged with getting a lot of the footage that we use to demo all of these products, and I intentionally got footage that was like SDR stuff. I got it off of stock footage sites on the internet, and it's flat and it's SDR. It doesn't look super awesome. You run it through the ColorBox, it's like magic. I highly encourage anyone to stop by and check out what we got going on. You can see what it looks like originally and then see it on the big monitor with the ColorBox magic worked in, and it's a beautiful thing. We've actually got two form factors of the ColorBox here on display. We have the standalone version, the original, and then we also have the open gear version. Just in case you need a high density application, you can actually have 10 of these in just 2 rack units. So super high density. It's the same features on the open gear version and the standalone version. And beautiful box here. I mean, you'll see how it's actually working here. On the small monitor here, what we have is the original video. This is some SDR video that is just coming in, playing out of a Key Pro, but standard SDR stuff. And then up on the big monitor, you can actually see the processing we've run it through. You can see how beautiful the video looks after it's gone through the ColorBox. And we've gone from SDR to HDR, and it's just magic. And the latency is one of the coolest things about it. Is just everything that happens with the ColorBox is essentially instantaneous. We measure the latency in pixels on the ColorBox. So very cool tool to have in your DIT cart. And we've got a lot of great partners in the ColorBox world. I mean, we work with the BBC to provide, the BBC HLG LUTs. We work with NBC Universal to provide the NBC Universal LUTs. We have the Orion engine in there, which is basically what what built the NBCU LUTs, and then we have the ColorFront engine in there as well. So the ColorFront engine, people would be familiar from our FS HDR. That's the big, $8,000-9,000 frame synchronizer and converter with SDR to HDR, HDR to SDR. Well, an optional extra you can have on the ColorBox is now building that ColorFront engine into the ColorBox itself. So all that stuff that used to have to have an FS HDR for, you can now have in a ColorBox.
Well, thank you so much, Abe, and thanks for coming up with such great products.
Right on. Well, thank you so much for coming by. It's always good to talk to you, James.